So without further ado, help me welcome Mr. Motochika Suzuki. Please give him a round of applause.
Okay. Hi everyone, how are you doing? First of all, let me thank you for coming here today. Let me introduce myself first. I am Moto Suzuki, a business English student. Okay, as you can see on the screen, today's our topic about food. And as we know, food makes our body, food makes our life. And today's topic is very important because food is one of the most important things for our life. Japan is a country which has the highest number of average lifespan. It must be because of food. In my presentation, I would like to prove that to you. The purpose of my presentation is to help all of you in here achieve much longer life without illness. In my presentation, I will focus on three major parts. First, I will start off by a general idea of Japanese food. And then I will move on to introducing three most common Japanese food. Then I will end with, as a conclusion, I will prove that relationship with food, Japanese food and lifespan. My presentation will take about 20 minutes to cover this issue. I can send you email my presentation data to everyone who wants it. And during my presentation, I will use some technical words which we don't often use. So I only pass around the paper so that can help you to understand easily. Okay. And there is a time for questions after my presentation. Now, so are you ready to listen? Ready?
Yes!
Okay, let's get started. Do you know why Japan has the lowest obesity rate in developed countries in the world? And why do they live longer than other countries? The secret is in the food and how to eat. A traditional Japanese food are well balanced, featuring more fish than meat and plenty of vegetables and pickled and fermented food. Basically, Japanese food are low in calorie. A merit of Japanese food is drawing real taste from food ingredient it contains. This real taste helps become well balanced and healthy eating habit as well. And this taste also makes Japanese food low calorie and low fat. Earlier, I mentioned about real taste. What is that? Generally, there are 5 kinds of taste that exist increasing in the world. As you know, sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and spicy. 5. But actually, there is one more taste that exists. Actually, we call that umami in Japanese, which means real taste. This real taste was discovered by a Japanese professor named Ikeda from Tokyo Teikyo University in 1908. And we knew that Japanese food already have this umami, which means Japanese people have been eating this umami for a long decade. Okay, now I general idea of Japanese food, and we knew that Japanese food is healthy, nutritious and healthy, and we knew the word umami, which is another taste that exists. So now let's move on to next agenda, which is introducing 3 common Japanese foods. First one is this. Well, have you ever seen this before? Yeah, some reaction please. Have you ever tried this?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you like this?
Yes.
Okay, so let me explain about miso. Miso made from fermented soybean. This healthy food is full of beneficial bacteria, enzymes, antioxidants, and important vitamins and minerals. It even complete protein containing all essential amino acids. A nutritionist said it boosts immunity and strengthens digestion, lower cholesterol level, and prevent osteoporosis, and aid memories and stress. It also helps having healthy skin as well. In addition to this, miso is commonly eaten in soup, especially breakfast for Japanese, but we also have, there are many kind of different ways to prepare it. So before I move on to next food, let me show you some of them. Okay, these are fruit using miso. Do you know what it is? Do you know, Asuka? What? Gelato, yeah, close. It's ice cream, miso ice cream. Not all part of Japan we have, because my hometown is Nagano Prefecture, so it's famous for miso. So we have miso ice cream, and the other one is miso paste on fresh cucumbers. But it's not necessary to be a cucumber. Any kind of fresh vegetable is okay, like cabbage, radish, whatever. Okay, so we have lots of more miso, food that exists. So which means we never get tired of eating it. Okay, so now let's move on to next food. We call that natto. Do you know? No reaction. Okay, for Japanese it's very common food, but for foreigners it's not really. So, have you ever tried? Natto?
Yes, it is.
Yes? Okay. So, in my opinion, natto is the best Japanese food. And natto is famous for having unique and typical smell. Whether you agree or not, it's well worth a try at once. And natto also made from soybean. And this natto contains unique enzyme that is good for heart health. And moreover, it has vitamin K1 and K2. They together aid blood clotting and heart health. Natto also having other vitamins and minerals, and it's also fermented, so nutrients can absorb our body more easily. And natto also has an addictive taste. So once you eat natto, you will most likely eat natto forever, just like me. So commonly, natto is eaten with rice. But as I mentioned that miso's part, we have variety of food that exists, prepare it. So I think you you will be surprised if you look at next slide. So I will draw your attention to the screen. Okay. So there are three kind of natto food. Is it? Even Japanese surprising. Yeah. So this is natto on curry rice. This is my favorite. And natto on bread with mayonnaise. And natto with pasta. These are very, my favorite food. Well, not so surprised. Okay, so let's go to the next food. Actually, it's not food, but beverage. We call that ocha in Japanese, which is green tea. So there is a reason green tea is known to keep you alert without being jittery. An amino acid called theanine, some people call L-theanine, helps create relaxed but focus on mental state and tempers effect of caffeine intake in tea. And we have some kind of green tea. This is sencha, matcha, hojiter. These are rich in vitamins, vitamin C and E, containing potassium, manganese, and calcium. And green tea also has antibacterial properties for gums and teeth as well. Okay, now it's all about introducing three most common Japanese food and drinks. Well, just quick review. Japanese food good for heart and blood and skin as well, and lots of vitamins and teeth and gums as well. Okay, so let's, and this brings to me the last part of my agenda. So, okay, as I told you at the beginning, I will show you some graph and data. So let me quickly explain about this. This is the obesity rate in the world. As you can see, obviously, Japan has the least number of obese people with 7%. Right? This data from one organization called OECD, and this is a percentage of population aged 15 over. So this is obese percentage 3.7, which means Japanese are very skinny. Okay. So just remember, is your country is there? It's Spain is here. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good, isn't it? Okay. So I'm now approaching the end of my presentation. So I will show you next evidence. Well, this is the life expectancy in the world 2019 in relation to previous graph. Japan is a leading country with the longest lifespan at 84.2 years. This is average age to live. Okay. So, yes, Spain's here. It's pretty good, you know. That countries here. USA is here? No.
We love to eat.
Okay. So this data based on, based on this figure we have now, I'm quite certain that all of you in here I recommend to eat Japanese food if you want live longer without illness. So let me conclude the final stage. So as a conclusion, I would say maybe all of us found that first one, we found out that Japanese food are nutritious, lots of nutrients, but low in calorie, healthy, very healthy. Number two, this food contribute the longevity of lifespan, so makes our life longer. And as a conclusion, this is most what I wanted to say. Let's eat Japanese food. Okay, this is all what I wanted to say in my presentation. I really appreciate that you came here after school. Thank you all of you. Thank you all of you. Thank you. And as I told you, there is a time for question. So if you have any questions, advices against my video, please just raise your hand. Just go relax. Anyone? No? Yes, please.
And do you think any other reason for Japanese longevity?
That's a good question. Well, I don't know. Well, maybe we work a lot, so we never be lazy. So we are happy to keep time, and our routine is very strict. That's why maybe the another reason. What do you think?
So Japan is a very safe country, and some developed country is so many car accident or something. So young people die in that reason.
Crime.
Yes. In Japan there is a few case in that accident.
I see.
So I think it is one reason.
Okay. So maybe next time you better do the presentation about that. Thank you, question. Anyone else? Question? Stuart, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Moto, do you think that Japan could help other countries deal with their obesity rates by introducing Japanese foods to other countries?
Yes, that's what I wanted to do that. So, yes, I will deliver Japanese food to the States. Otherwise, you get all the Japanese restaurant. I will send food. Yes. Yeah, I really want to expand Japanese food to the world. Yes. Thank you. Question.
And it does work, green tea diet. I tried, I lost 17 pounds.
Oh, really?
No diet.
Do you think that miso soup is common to eat for breakfast?
Yes, usually.
Only for breakfast? Not only for breakfast?
Not only.
Okay.
Depends your family, your mother. My ex-wife served. It's time for that. My ex-wife served me at dinner as well, morning and dinner. Yes, but usually it's only breakfast. It's okay. Oh yes.
In relation to Justin's question, or Justin's opinion rather, since natto and miso are considered plant food, as well as the green tea, can it be cultivated in other countries? Can it be planted and can it grow and be as the same quality, just like the product in Japan?
Well, thank you for your question. Well, I am not professional of making that natto and miso. I'm not sure about it. But soybeans quality is not different. Just I guess. It's what? I didn't get your point. But it's just fermented, so it's not difficult to make it. So maybe similar to tea. Does that answer your question?
I don't know. You tell me.
Did you get the point of your question? Yeah, okay. Later I will let you know how to make natto and miso in the Philippines. Okay, clear? Okay, it's okay? Clear? Okay, again, thanks all of you for coming today. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Once again, on behalf of Genius English Proficiency Academy and from all the special teachers here in our school, we would really like to say thank you for extending your time and effort coming in today's Moto Sons presentation. And thank you. And do not forget to answer. If you do have some comments and suggestions, it would be highly appreciated. Please bring for this one tomorrow. My room is room number 4 because I'm going to collate all the data and make a report for his presentation based on your suggestions or reactions. And for the teachers, I'll give this one like tomorrow, okay? Thank you so much. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the day. You want to take a photo with Moto? Yes. Okay.
Like this.
Selfie.
Jill, come in.
Jill, get your ass.
Why?
Why? Why not? Sure.
Why not?
Okay, everyone's here? Ah, Mel!
Yes.
Come in. Ready? Say cheese. Okay, thanks a lot. So, just help us to back the green chair to the cafeteria, please. Not this time.
Ah, okay. Different one.
I think
Because I know the answer. I just wanted to know if you know the answer.
I don't know.
Come on, Noe.
Moto, you answered it correct. You answered it correct.
I've got
Okay. Just
Cause
get it.
you know that he knows the answer. So soybean